is for a true second at 174 pounds. John Worthing of Clarion and Michael Wilson of Ryder. And the action gets underway right away. And the reason why we're doing this is because Worthing won won the third place. Wilson's the runner-up. Since they never wrestled each other, Tom, we got to figure out who the quote-unquote true second is, because that's the auto bid to Kansas City.
Right. There's two qualifiers in the weight class, so they have the opportunity to challenge here, and that's exactly what Worthing's doing. Ryder was dominated in this finals match.
Well, these two have met a couple of times, but haven't met in a year. Wilson is 2-0 against Worthing all time, but again, to me, if you haven't wrestled each other in about a year, throw the record out, because
absolutely
you could have developed a lot more over that in that past year.
That's a whole lot of time. Wilson in deep, trying to finish off. Worthing kind of draping over top, trying to lock in the crotch, not letting him finish here. Wilson trying to peel the leg off. Down to a minute 35. We get a stalemate call. We'll get back on our feet.
So we'll have two of these true seconds, or quote-unquote challenge bouts. The other coming at 197.
I think the referee in this bout is the winner of the Sean Lewis lookalike contest.
It is an impressive beard. I'll give him that. But again, a lot on the line here. The team points are locked in. This does not have any impact in team standings, but obviously individuals here.
Wilson with a nice high crotch. Worthing trying to counter on it. Sagging his hips here. Wilson got him back to his feet. Now lifts. Finishes. No points yet.
He needs that second
Locked
ankle.
On, now he's got the three. Locked on that ankle, inventing body parts. Came over the top to finish it off.
Yeah, leg, ankle. I see what you're going there.
Down to 35 seconds to go in the first period here. Wilson taking the early 3-0 lead on Worthing. .26 seconds to go on the restart. Wilson up 3-0. Worthing kind of posting back up to his feet. Goes into a Granby and kind of halfway through. Wilson, nice job of picking up the back ankle, spinning behind, stopping that. Kind of countering that escape attempt. Now he's got Worthing flattened out. He's going to go to work on him a little bit for the last 3 or 4 seconds. And the first period ends. Wilson up 3-0.
Let's take a look at the takedown there, Tommy, and see how.
Boy, nice lift by Wilson.
Wilson got ahead.
Traps the hip, locks the foot. Now he comes over top, gets his 3. Starting a neutral position here in the second period. Worthing attempts a high crotch. Wilson spins behind him for a takedown of 6-0 now. Worthing working himself back to his feet. Wilson trying to hip sag him back down to the mat. Does, and they go off the mat.
Let's take a look again. To Worthing's credit, he's trying to make some action happen.
He takes a shot there, and nice job of blocking by Wilson and spinning around behind. Worthing back to his feet again. Wilson, another lift, brings him back. Granby's out, faces off, doesn't clear the leg. Wilson doing a nice job of Kind of just dropping on the leg. Now he's in that outside single, locking through the crotch, trying to dump Worthing to his back. Worthing holding on to that foot. Wilson still in control here. Riding time up to a minute 55. We get a stalemate, minute 52 rather. We get a stalemate with 52 seconds to go here in the second period.
Probably what Worthing needs there to get the restart.
Was not in a good position, and really Wilson was in no hurry to go anywhere from there. And Worthing powering back up to his feet, trying to work the hands. Wilson lets him go. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. 6-1 in favor of Wilson.
Wilson also with over 2 minutes worth of riding time.
Wilson doing a nice job of staying square against Worthing. Gets a half shot off on him there. Inside of 10 seconds now here in the second period.
Two, one, and that should do it. We'll go to the third.
Wilson up 6-1. 2 minutes of riding time.
And Worthing's going to choose neutral. I really think that's his best chance here. He needs to be on his feet. I don't think the time is worth the point.
Got to really try to make something happen. Hasn't showed the ability to finish off anything on Wilson yet. Wilson, if the shots are sloppy, Wilson will make Worthing pay for it. High crotch, backs out of it quickly.
Wilson doing a good job. Happy to play active defense here.
Wilson with an ankle pick to the butt, gets his three. Now working his way up. Worthing back to his feet, 9-1. Riding time locked in. 1 point for Worthing on the escape, 9-2. Rider coaches aren't real happy with the Clarion coaches aren't real happy with the continuation out of bounds. I think they wanted a stalling call on Rider. Inside of a minute now. 9-2, Wilson up. Wilson from Rider and Worthing from Clarion. Worthing looking for the big move right now, trying to come over top of the front headlock. See if he can't make something happen. Got an illegal hold here. Waiting to see where they go with it. Had that cement mixer locked in. We're going to get a challenge brick from the Clarion staff or not.
It doesn't look like it. I think they're going to award just the danger point.
There it is. No, yeah, they awarded the penalty point. He went into the cement mixer where he was locked underneath around the throat. That's both officials had it. You go to the video review officials, it tells them exactly what they had. Again, this is one of those where both officials got down, saw it underneath. The mat assistant called it first. The head official then looked underneath and saw the same thing. But this is awful tough to see on a replay because you don't have a camera underneath. And that cement mixer, which is why wrestlers got away with it for so many years. When you had wrestlers down on the mat, that lock into that cement mixer. Back when it was legal, Kerry Colott was king of the cement mixer. He won a national title with it, for crying out loud. And then a few years later, they thought that was a pressure across the neck and turned it into a illegal hold.
So let's take a look at what they're looking at here.
He's across the neck and trying to pick up the left arm of Worthing. I really can't see it here. The cement mixer, the hand locks in the bend of the arm and you're across the throat, and it really creates a lot of pressure there.
I would think that it would be illegal simply because of its being potentially dangerous.
Well, and as soon as you cut off the airflow, you're potentially dangerous or illegal. But again, so many for so many years it's underneath, so you really
Right.
have a hard time seeing it. Like I said, nobody used it better than Kerry Kolot did.
So this is a rather lengthy review, probably because they're simply looking for an angle that is going to give them any sort of definitive yes or no. And again, this is 1 point in what is now either a 7 or 8 point match. It is not as if this made it 3-2. But with 33 seconds left and Worthing trying to wrestle his way into the national tournament, you understand why they're challenging it, because, hey, if you get a takedown and some back points,
Even a 7-pointer doesn't put him back in this. Well, if they take the point away, it does.
right. But you need that sort of.
Riding time is locked in, though. So
Yeah, that's
essentially
true.
That would make it 11-2.
I have a feeling this could be a lengthy review to come back and say,
Nothing.
calling the mat's going to have to stand.
Yeah,
We can't see
it's
anything
really,
different.
You can only look at it so long, and you only have 2 angles down there.
Again, here's what we're looking for here is.
There you see the arm across.
We finally come to a decision.
Call stands, penalty, 1 point.
So now Worthing really has to pick up the tempo here and land whatever shot he's got left in his bag of tricks. Two and one, and that's going to do it. Wilson's going to hang on and survives the challenge from Worthing, and he'll be going to the national tournament, so congratulations to him.
Weight of the world lifted off his shoulders. That's tough to know. You got to come back and wrestle that match after you lost a tough championship match. And Clarion was all over him start to finish, and now we go Blake Schaefer.